Hi, everybody. Welcome to everybody watching on replay. I'll just give people a minute to jump on because the message has just gone out. If you want to be notified about future Happy Hustle shows, the link to click is either above or below this video. Below, maybe. If you're watching on Facebook. And what I do is I just send out a quick message. Hi, Joe. Before I go live, because they never quite start exactly at the time I plan for them to start. Hi, Angela. Certainly the Happy Hustle shows, because I kind of just need to fit them in with whatever else is going on. So only Joe and Angela are on so far. And as you know, we've got a live in our paid hive at 7:30. So I have to be succinct today, but I was just getting organized for that. So I want to talk about testimonials. And the reason I want to talk about testimonials is that I have been, so one of the jobs that I have in between my 5-day challenges, hi Shona, oh hi Kirsten, is to clear out the Facebook group that I use for the challenge. So each time I create a new group, so that it's just done kind of completely separately, and there's a little bit of I don't know, camaraderie, because it becomes a secret group that nobody else is involved in, only the people taking part in the challenge. That works really well. But anyway, one of the tasks I have in between the 5-day challenge, hi Barbara, is to go through and pick out any of the testimonials that people leave for me. So all of you that have said hello here tonight have been through my 5-day challenge, and I think every single one of you has left me either a Google review or a Facebook review, which I'm so grateful for. Like, it's just amazing. And yesterday and today, I've been going through them and just creating them into social media graphics, because I was thinking about this actually. So in my day job, one of the things that I do in my day job is I work with a government agency, and we do, so in conjunction with this Scottish government agency, we go out and we help small businesses. So we speak to the owners, and we speak to the team, and we get a real sense of what's going on, and we help them to put in structures and identify any funding and support that might be available to help them to grow. And it's incredible. It's an amazing, hi Paula, it's an amazing service, and it's fully funded by the Scottish Government. And the company that I work with, the government body that I work in partnership with, has targets for companies to support. And you would think that it would be really super easy to say to companies, if they qualify, there's a criteria, but if they qualify, this is basically free, fully funded. We're not allowed to say free. Yes, I'm a secret agent. I can't. That's why I can't tell you what the government body is. But it's basically, you get me for free, right? It's free consultancy, and you get the person from the government agency the people that I work with are incredible, and they have so much knowledge of the business support that's out there. Anyway, so we make a lovely team, I think, and I absolutely love doing it. But it's a really difficult sale, because when you go kind of cold to a business and you say, do you know what, this is what we can do, the government fully supports this, and there would be no charge to you whatsoever, people are like, I think I'll maybe just leave it. And you can see them going, there's obviously a catch. Actually, someone phoned me last week, someone that I'm working with a little bit later on this month, and I've got them booked in, and the owner phoned me and he went, can I just check? So see, these recommendations that you're going to make, are they all going to be like really expensive working with you? Like, no, they're not. Like, you don't need to do anything, but loads of the recommendations that I make during this process is for like government funded stuff, because obviously that's where you would start, and because it's paid for by the government, like those are the things that I would promote. But there's some amazing stuff that's funded in Scotland, I'm sure all around the world. Honestly, the support for small businesses shown in Scotland is really incredible. But the challenge is that, oh, yay, Sarah, oh, it's so nice to see you. Oh, whip, indeed. Yeah, so yeah, the challenge is that when you're a busy small business owner in Scotland or anywhere, it's really difficult to keep a track of what you might be entitled to and what support there is out there, and also to be able to kind of project 1 year, 2 years, 5 years ahead. And that's what we do. We kind of go in and we try and get businesses to think about, right, what's the plan here, and then let's see what you need to put in place for the plan. So it's such an absolutely brilliant service. Anyway, what is just incredible about it is that it's a really difficult sale. And when I say sale, it's like it doesn't cost the businesses anything, but people are totally skeptical. And it's the same when I advertise my 5-day challenge on Facebook, because that's how I bring people into my world. And when I advertise it on Facebook, I often get comments on it going, yeah, there's no way this is free, or yeah, well, like, anyway, I don't want to get, but people are massively skeptical, and I get it. That's sort of human nature. Anyway, the point is that testimonials are the answer. So having done this secret service government work, Shona, for the last, I've probably been doing it for about probably 2.5 years now. And what I have discovered is the easiest way to get more of it is every time I finish working with a company, I say to them, listen, do you know anybody else that would benefit from this? Because if you've got mates in business that fit this criteria, and it's just there's a couple of things, but mainly it's a numbers thing. You have to have more than 5 or more employees and less than 250, and you have to be based in Scotland. So if you could do it as a one person, I'd be promoting it to all of you. But most people within this side hustle group don't have a company that has 5 employees. But anyway, I just say to them, listen, if you've got any other business mates that would benefit from this, please feel free to share the details of the scheme, because we would absolutely love to help you. And that's working brilliantly. Now, sometimes there will be gaps, and we'll be looking for, so the person from the secret government agency will say to me, oh gosh, we could be doing with another couple, before the end of the year or whatever. Hi, Claire. Oh, nice to see you. And what we do is we get the testimonials out. So when we approach a client to say, listen, you would qualify for this, and this would be the process, and we get the skepticism, the way that we can turn that around really easily is with testimonials and case studies. So we're able to go, look, I know that you might think, oh, goodness, like, why would this be free? But let us give you a case study about some work that we did with a similar company to yours. And, the companies all kind of approve that we're allowed to produce case studies on them. And it works a dream, because when they read that it worked for a brilliant charity that they aspire to be like, or whatever, that we've worked with them, then it becomes, they're much more likely to buy, even though it's free, from us. But so that's I've been thinking about that in my day job, and we've really kind of perfected that strategy now of going, right, I know this sounds too good to be true, but honestly, it's not. Like, it is genuinely free. And that's the same challenge that I've got with my 5-day challenge, because you all know that it is genuinely free, and the majority of people that go through it just go out the other side, and they take the action themselves, or they come back at a later point or whatever. But so many people, like, I try to really give value in the 5 days. So it's not about going, you could do that, but I won't tell you that unless you join my program. The program is just for people that go, right, I want, so that you can see what it's like to work for me. And it's for the people that want to go, listen, I want to keep on doing that. I think in 5-day challenges, the kind of standard sign up is about 5% of people. So it's not like, by no means is it about getting, the majority of people into some sort of paid program. Anyway, to do my promotion for my next challenge, which isn't until the end of the month, but I've got quite a lot on this month, so I'm trying to be ahead of myself. I thought I'll go through and I will gather the Google reviews and the testimonials that were left on posts and stuff in the Facebook group. And I was reading through them today, and honestly, You're just all so lovely. Like the words that are in there just so the first thing to say about testimonials is for you gathering them yourself, I'm going to talk to you about why they're a great sales strategy for your side hustle. But actually, what is occurring to me as I'm speaking is nearly just as importantly is that they're just such a mood lifter. Like if you come across somebody that just doesn't get you, or you're having a bad day, or like everything will not always go well on your side hustle, but when you go back and you read someone writing something that's just like some of the words in the testimonials that I was reading today about me and about the process, like, you know me, I get emotional quite easily, but it was so beautiful and like so heartwarming and so uplifting. And you almost need a bank of them for when you come across that one difficult person or that one difficult situation. So you can go, do you know what? Like, I'm just gonna release that, and I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna look at what people have said about the thing that this person is complaining about. Because remember, no matter what your side hustle is, you're not gonna keep everybody happy all the time, and that's okay. And people have got stuff going on, and that's absolutely okay. But testimonials are just brilliant for your confidence, for changing those stories in your head that we talk about all the time. Well, Shona, yours was one of the testimonials I was reading today, and you found the right words, believe me. I actually split your testimonial into two and made two graphics out of it because I didn't want it. It was just beautiful. It was beautiful. And so many of you actually who are on here tonight have left me such lovely testimonials, and I'm so grateful. So thank you, because I guess until you get a testimonial like that, and I'm sure you will have already, but like it just means the world. It means the world. But anyway, thinking about it from a marketing point of view, I'm getting distracted and emotional in my usual style. Thinking about it from a marketing point of view, right? You want to be encouraging your customers or clients to leave you testimonials. And really, you need to ask them, because as much as people might absolutely be blown away by your product or your service, it's not probably top of their mind to leave you a review. So for those of you that are in the program, I've got the wording that I use on the task when we come to the testimonials task, but you don't, if you're not in the program, you haven't come across that, you just need to, so just like an email, or, just even I think maybe a written note in with a product, if you're posting out a product, is useful, but I think sort of following it up with an email, because if it's anything like me, when I get an email like that, I'll either do it there and then, or I'll completely forget about it. If I get a written note in a package, I might go, oh yeah, once I'm at a computer and I sign on to that website, I'll get round to doing that. And I don't always get round to doing that. And I do leave loads of reviews because I absolutely appreciate how important they are. And I also genuinely believe in karma. You get what you give. And I think if you go out of your way to kind of point out when other people are doing things well, then it's more likely to be reflected back to you. So it's useful to have some sort of prompt for your customer. Kleenex out again. Oh, hi, Gervais. Yeah, some sort of prompt for the customer to leave a review. So just some sort of wording, saying something like, it's been, X number of days since you bought my course, or X number of days since you received my product, approximately. I'm just wondering, I just wanted to check in, make sure that everything's going fine, if you had any questions about it. And also, I wondered if you would mind helping me out. It really helps my small business. I'm very new. It really helps me to have reviews on Etsy, testimonials on my website, whatever it is, your Google reviews, whatever it is you're asking for. And just make it really, really simple for the client or the customer to leave them. So, a link if possible. Or you can certainly leave a link for Google reviews. You could leave a link for your own website. I'm not sure you could leave a link for Etsy. I think you can, although I could be wrong with that. I haven't done that, although that might be worth exploring. But yeah, once you get those testimonials, so once you encourage the customers to do them and you get the testimonials, then you want to have them on your homepage. You want to have them in your, so if you're selling on Etsy, what's really useful is, you've got 10 picture slots. Is it 10 or 8? I think it's 10 picture slots. Quite often it can be difficult to think of something to go in each one of those slots. So what I would regularly do for my products is I would take a testimonial and I would, in Canva or something like Canva, just make up a little square kind of graphic with the words from the testimonial, and then I would upload that as one of my product shots in Etsy. So that's one way you can do it. You've got within Etsy, within Amazon, within your own website, you will have like a feedback service there, a feedback section. But if someone just emails you back and says, then what I would do is I would reply to them and I would ask, do I have permission to use this? Now, if someone leaves you a public review, like a Google review or a Facebook review, you're okay to use that because they've done it in a public forum. But if someone emails you something, so I've had a situation before where someone has emailed me. So I've kind of reached out to someone, they've emailed me and they've said, oh, I cannot tell you how much this means to me, because, and they've told me about probably quite a personal situation in their family and why the piece of jewelry was particularly important. And I said, oh, that's so lovely. I wonder if it would be okay to share, and I would always say any part of your story, because sometimes people want to go, well, you can't say that because that's totally personal. And the majority of people will say yes to that, but I have had a couple going, no, that's completely personal. And, so it is really important to check to make sure if it's just something coming back in an email. But as I say, if it's on a public forum, then you're absolutely fine to share those. So get them, if you've got a website, get them on your homepage, get them in your social media, create, again, on a website, create a dedicated testimonials page. So you would want a few of them sprinkled around your homepage, but then you would want a page of just testimonials where people can click in if they want to find more. People will tend to do that if they're interested, but they're not quite convinced. And the way you are convinced is by seeing other people that are like you saying, oh my goodness, I bought this service or I bought this product and it's the most incredible thing that's ever happened to me in my whole life. So you want to be sharing them on social media. You can share them as screenshots. So there's kind of two schools of thought here. And I would suggest you do both. Screenshots, so just taking a pick an image on your phone, as long as it's big enough and people could read that. Sharing a screenshot feels a little bit more genuine, because if you copy and paste that into something, which I do as well, into a graphic so it looks really nice, but people could go, well, you could have just made that up. That's come from, Shona, and Shona said this, but Shona might not exist when you're reading that if you haven't come across the company before. Whereas if there's a screenshot where someone has actually left that as a review, then you can see that it's genuine. So although screenshots look a wee bit more messy than graphics, definitely a combination of both is really useful. Creating videos, all about, the algorithm is all about video. People are much more likely to watch videos. So if you could have video testimonials, maybe you interviewing someone that's been through your course or participated in your service, or interviewing a customer who you changed their life. If you've got any sort of super fans and they were up for either interviewing or just sending you a little video going, I just got the thing today, or here's me opening the box. If you've got beautiful packaging, here's me opening it. And this is my reaction to it. I once had a chap who came to me and he wanted something created for his wife, and he had this particular quote that, well, it was a really, really short phrase that was really meaningful to both of them. And it was a bit of a long story, but he was doing a little bit of he was giving me a little bit of marketing help, and I said, oh well, I won't charge you for that. I'll make you something for your anniversary. So I gave it to him, and because he was so he was so blown away that I'd given it to him for nothing, he videoed his wife, or filmed. Would you still call it video? I don't know whether I'm just old. Anyway, yeah, took a movie of his wife opening up the gift. And she was so emotional, like it was so beautiful. And then his wife gave permission for me to share that. So that, I mean, that was just, that couldn't be acted out. You would have to capture that and people would have to be happy for that to be shared. But where you've got something like that, I keep talking about the emotion, people are buying the emotion. If you see somebody else opening a product from or having an impact from the service that you offer, and you see that emotion in somebody else, you're like, well, I want to cry happy tears, or I want to give a gift that makes people cry happy tears. So yeah. Oh, hi Naomi. Yeah. So video where you can do it, and I know video is way out of people's comfort zone. Well, a lot of people's comfort zone, but look at the ones that did the videos recently for the ads in Gillian's group. So I'm not sure that everybody will have seen that, but Jorbe, for one, did a fantastic ad in Gillian's group. Also Barbara and also Joanne. And I think, so yeah. I think there's a real power in creating a short video and getting yourself on screen. Because remember, people are buying you really, no matter what it is you're selling. People want to buy from people. People want to connect to people. Oh, you're welcome, Jorbe. It was fab. Okay. And then the last thing is case studies. So, just thinking about what I was talking about, my top secret agent day job. But we do case studies. Well, the government body does case studies, and they're really powerful because so particularly for people who have a service, so you could use this for a product, but I'm thinking for someone that's running an online course or, providing something like hypnotherapy that Barbara does, if you have a case study of somebody that knew nothing about you, came across you on the internet, and now they're just the happiest they've ever been in their life, or now they're just like so popular with their friends, or they had the most incredible, girls' weekend because they participated in the course, or whatever it is, if you can get people to say that, to write it down, again, it's just so credible and so authentic, and it genuinely shows people what it's like to work with you or to buy your thing. And it's not for everybody, and you want to purposefully put people off where it's not for them. So for Barbara's hypnotherapy, I know Barbara isn't on, but just taking an example, Barbara's probably one of the first people that joined the Hive that had a service as opposed to a product, because most people have a product, and that's fine. But with Barbara's, there could be something. There will be people that will be uninterested in a hypnotherapy download, in hypnotherapy downloads, and that's fine. And Barbara wants to specifically not target those people. So if someone sees a video of Barbara's hypnotherapy downloads and they go, "That's not for me," that's exactly what you want. So it's not your testimonial and your case studies and your promotion is not about trying to talk people in to liking your product. It's about just being really, really clear in what it is that you offer, and then the right people find you and you make those connections. Okay, so 5 tips. Put the testimonials on your homepage if you have a website, or make them into graphics and put them into your Etsy listings. You're not allowed to do that at Handmade at Amazon. You're not allowed text, but you're definitely allowed to do that in Etsy on your own website. Create a dedicated customer testimonial page on your website when you get to that point. Share them on social media, share them widely. Use video, create videos as much as you can, and create case studies and just kind of show people exactly what it's like to work with you or to have your product. Okay, 7:20. I need to go because we have another event in the Hive at 7:30. I need to go and now meet my accountant online and make sure that she's ready to go. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming to join me. When you see me on Thursday, I'm going to have a different color of hair. Long story, I'm a bit worried about the circuit breaker and my roots aren't doing too well. So my hairdresser's coming around on Wednesday, while she still can legally do that because she's technically in Scotland classed as a tradesperson, so she's allowed to come into the house with the mask on and everything. Anyway, so if nothing else, join me on Thursday to see what colour my hair is. Have a good week, everybody. Take care. Bye.